You just want to give us your thoughts on the game?
I thought we played well together. I thought it was a good team win. I mean, we had multiple people, double digits. I mean, doing their part on defense. It was just really fun to play together.
Stat that jumps off the page: 52 points in the paint without Meredith Mays. How big is that?
That's massive. I think we all attacked the rim very well. We knew we could take our one-on-ones, and so we just kept going at them.
And then kind of from your perspective, at the beginning you start off a little slow. So what was kind of the changing thing for you guys?
We came out of that first quarter and we knew we didn't play to our ability. And so I think we just got together and we were like, okay, right now, like we're starting now. We're not letting them into this game. And so I think we executed that, went out and did what we needed to do.
What's your thing with charges, man? Tell me about that.
I don't even know. I think I like how much energy it brings. It kind of shifts the momentum of the game. I love bringing the team together. Everybody's celebrating and, you just kind of get back on offense.
Peyton at 21. How big of an impact did she have on the floor today?
Always. I think Peyton always has a big impact, but not only on the offensive end. On defensive, she communicates, she listens, and then she's just a dog out there.
You guys forced 23 turnovers. You got 29 points off of those turnovers. I mean, active hands in the passing lanes, getting charges, just shuffling your feet, getting stops. Why were y'all so successful defensively out there today?
Right. I feel like that's our mindset going into every game. We've said multiple games is that defense travels. And I know we're home, but I think our defense turns into offense. The more effort we put there, we get more fast breaks, and then we can get into our offense.
I think you guys only shot 10 shots from the three-point line, but that paintball, that was good paintball right there. What is it? Why are you guys able to when your shot selection is there, why were y'all so dominant inside the paint?
Right. Like I said earlier, I think our one-on-one battles, I mean, we just knew we had them, and then we just kept feeding it into the paint. Going into this game, we knew we could get it in there, and obviously we like to shoot threes, but when it's working, it's working. We got to keep going back to it.
You guys held number 3 Sierra Chambers to just 7 points on 2 of 8 shooting. How good was your defense today?
I'm sorry, say that.
Number 3, you guys held her to 7 points. How big was that today?
That was very big. She looks to score, and so I think D'ing her up, getting her momentum slowed down really helped.
What's that like when you go a huge lead and then your teammates go in and you have someone like Jordan Coleman and one flexing right there getting a little run?
Right. It's so much fun. I mean, like I said earlier, we're really close, and so watching your teammates get to succeed it's a highlight for sure.
And how big is it to be able to have those reserves get WAC play experience and see kind of the level that
Right.
plays at?
It's massive. I mean, you can just build from there. I mean, you see the experience is kind of low, but going in there, doing what they know how to do, playing very well together, I mean, you can just build from there.
And Tolly, all games she started, she's been in double digits. How good has she been?
Amazing. I mean, stepping up, Meredith obviously got a little hurt, and so her stepping up, being able to do what she's been doing is wonderful for a team.
Was there a play you remember out there that was like, yeah, that's ACU women's basketball?
Let me think. I really liked whenever I had the ball post up, I got stopped, and then Peyton cut. So, I just gave her a little pitch, and then she went and made their layup.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are 10-0 at home for the first time in, I think, 10 years, I want to say. Talk about the home court advantage you've built here at Moody and how maybe that gives you a bit of confidence coming into games here in Abilene.
Right. We practice here every day, and so I think just coming into the gym, having that confidence of I've been here, I know what I'm doing, I have my teammates around me. It just really helps the mindset and going out there and doing it.
On that subject of consistency, or confidence rather, talk about the efficiency y'all played with, whether it was shooting from the field, from beyond the arc, and then turning those turnovers into 29 points. How does that kind of help you find your groove when you can sink shots at that level, at that efficiency? Right.
Like I said, it kind of changed the momentum. You get all of the energy, and basketball, it's a game of highs and lows, and you really want to stay, level, but definitely have the highs. Those plays shift the momentum.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Do you feel like the big road win on Thursday kind of helped y'all get over some of the travel on a short turnaround?
Wait, ask that again. I'm sorry.
Like, you had a big road win on Thursday. Do you feel like that made the travel coming back on kind of a short day a little bit easier?
I mean, yeah, I would say so. I mean, it was nice coming back home for sure. the big win definitely helped, I think, our mindset going in there, like, we can do this, we're the best here, and so.
Fair enough. Thank you.
His last question. When you all are.
You just want to give us your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I think defensively, I think we did really good, just not allowing them to get like the shots they wanted. They're a good physical team, and I think our defense and just getting the deflections that we needed really helped us out there.
And then kind of, we saw throughout the game your persistence to like keep going down and try to get under the basket. So talk about that.
Yeah, right now my three-point shot isn't really falling, so I think just getting downhill, either looking to score, like reading the defense and looking for open players is my mindset now going into each game.
Why is everybody on this team so good at getting downhill?
I think that's like kind of drilled in our head, just like getting paintballs and like, I mean, we do love the three-point shot, but I think getting downhill and like finding, if someone helps over, finding the open player for threes is what we look for.
You guys were ahead 41-29 at halftime, already starting to separate yourselves. Then in the third quarter, you guys only gave up 10 points there. They only shot 14% for the field. What happened there defensively?
I think just going out there and like we knew we didn't want some of their players to score, and I think just keeping them from scoring and like defensively getting the stops we needed, and just the momentum kind of stepped up from there. And I think, you know, defensively pushing it, getting steals and going into offense is what really worked for us tonight.
It's the second time this season you guys have only allowed 10 points, or in conference play, you've only allowed 10 points in the third quarter. The other one was Utah Tech. Is there something coming out of the halftime that really sparks the defense?
I mean, Coach Goodenough has good, she has good, like,
Scare tactic.
that, yeah. But, like, she just motivates us really well, and I think coming out and showing that we can be coachable and go out there and show her that we could do it defensively.
And I was kind of thinking someone that was a sleeper today was Jasmine Stone, like a fellow guard. So just what did you see out of her?
Jazz is a really quick, smart player, and I think, you know, I remember one of her moves, and she like double crossed and got down the lane. I think just her mindset as a point guard is really good. She's a good contributor and like passing the ball and looking for the open shots. So Jazz did really good today.
What play out there that happened made you think, man, that's women's basketball, that's ACU basketball right there?
Gosh. You know, I was going to say the one of me and Emma, but, oh yeah, Jordan. Whenever Jordan made her and one and she flexed on him, that was awesome. And I think her doing that and like, just like watching that and watching her succeed is just, it brings up our momentum going into each and every game.
10-0 at home, how amazing is that?
Oh, it's awesome. I think our like motto for today was OCWM. It's only Cats win in Moody. So just going out there, we know we're a great team, and protecting Moody court is our mindset.
You drew 6 fouls today at led your team. How do you feel like teams starting to defend you?
Yeah, I think my mindset going every game is, I mean, I have a strong scoring mentality, and I think getting in the paint and either going up strong or finding the open person is what I'm looking for each game.
Talk about the impact of Reed Davis on this offense, where even though she may not be scoring a whole lot of points and whatnot, in terms of dishing out assists and whatnot and directing the offense, how does she contribute in that way?
She's really good at just seeing the floor, and she's good at just passing up to the open person, and she's a really quick, good ball handler, and I think just her being out there and contributing, you know, the assists and everything is she's a good part of our team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, you just want to give us your thoughts on the game?
Well, I'll give you my thoughts on the week. We go into this game, or into this week, we're playing the team that's number 1 in the league and the team that we're tied with in second place. This was a really pivotal week for us. These wins were really important. We've now gone through a third of our schedule, and to be able to win on the road at Cal Baptist was significant. They're so well coached, great team. That's the only time we play at Cal Baptist this year. And then Southern Utah coming here, this is the only time we get to host them. I thought these games were really significant. You think, well, these teams that you play twice at home, you need to win those home games, and then whatever happens on the road. But just the way our schedule is, I thought this week was really, really important for our program. And our players did just a phenomenal job preparing for Cal Baptist. And, we're not able to work out till 5 o'clock yesterday. It took us all day to get home from Cal Baptist. And, they had a one-day turnaround prep. We had our scout team in here, and they were excited to go full speed, so we had to go full speed with them. And a lot of it was just a mental prep, right? Like purge what we talked about for Cal Baptist, purge their personnel, and learn a whole new scout. And, I think for the most part, our players did a great job locking in on that. So I'm really proud of them. I mean, this was a really tough week. Played 2 really, really talented teams, and so to go 2-0 this week was really big time for our program.
Name that might not jump off the page in terms of stats is Emma Doherty. Had some really big minutes for you before she ended up fouling out. What did you see from her today?
Yeah, she followed up today with a good performance from Thursday. She followed up, played good again. She had 6 rebounds for us on Thursday, good quality minutes. And today I thought she was a really big presence on offense and defense. And, just week by week we're seeing these freshmen, like light bulbs going off and they're figuring things out. So I would agree. She had a really good week.
And then going into this game defensively, was it to keep Chambers and Urick out of the game, or what was so successful for y'all?
With Chambers, she's so good driving downhill, and we just emphasized how important it was not to let her drive downhill. She's a good scoring threat, but she's also good at kicking out to shooters. And, I thought for the most part, Bree, Erin, Peyton, Jazz, they really tried to keep her from getting very deep on her drives. And that, I thought, was a huge key to just whether they were going to be efficient on defense or not. And then Urick, y'all, she's a beast, man. She is a beast. We held her to, I think, 4 rebounds a day, but she still averaged 10 on the week. She can go score a lot of points fast in a lot of different ways. Great three-point shooter, mid-range. She'll post you up. She's good at spreading the floor in transition. She got us with that today. So I have a lot of respect for those 2 players. And big key was she got in some foul trouble, so she didn't get to play as many minutes as they probably needed her to today. But phenomenal player.
And then that press, what was behind switching to that press?
We've been playing a lot of full court defense this year, and so just felt like we could maybe speed them up a little bit with continuing to play in the backcourt.
The smothering defense, the points in the paint, this identity, it's crazy. Why are they able to? Why is this the identity of this basketball?
One of our core values is grit, don't quit, and defensively, you can't quit on plays, and you can't keep people from scoring. We're playing some high-level basketball teams, but you got to have all 5 players trying to be the best version of themselves on defense, and just be super gritty and tough, make 50-50 plays, communicate, if we need to switch or communicate on actions going on. So I feel like they've really embraced being gritty and tough. Another one of our core values is controlling the controllables. We got several people, playing positions they haven't played much of this year, and they're just put me in, I've got this. And so high level of teamwork going on right now.
You doubled them in points in the paint today. How big is that, especially without having Meredith on the floor?
Yeah, having paint touches is huge in any ball game. It really breaks the defense down, and our players really bought into that today and worked hard to just take what their defender gave them and try to get into the paint.
You've kind of talked about the intangible things that Meredith does really well. Do you feel, how big was her impact today, having her back with the team?
Yeah, she sits in the front row of our video room, and it's just been weird, without her in there, and she didn't go on the trip with us, and she brings a lot of intangibles to our program. Just she has this huge spirit of hospitality. She's a chameleon. She's best friends with everyone on the team. She's not in any kind of clique or anything. She just is wonderful friends with everyone, and she's a big presence for us off the court as well as on the court. And so, while she's sideline, we expect her to be coaching her teammates up and really pouring into them as if she was out on the court.
With only 10 3-point attempts, your fewest of the season, was that by design or was that more so out of seeing how well y'all were scoring in the paint, you chose to attack that way as well?
Our first attack is always to go get layups or post feed and shoot. I mean, that's the first thing that we always try to do. And then if help side comes over, that opens up 3-point shooters. So we just, really took what they gave us.
And then that efficiency as a whole, whether it was about shooting from the field, from beyond the arc, but turnover shooting, how pleased were you with that in that regard?
I thought it was a very well played game by our team. I was not happy at all with the first quarter. I thought our starters really let our team down. They were not alert defensively. Offensively was okay, but defensively just, weren't playing hard, weren't playing together. And then when they came out in the second quarter, it was like, let's go Wildcat basketball. And just really proud of, they just went out and showed some resiliency. And, second and third quarters were phenomenal, and really credit our starters for that.
Since everyone is doing their throwbacks to 2016, y'all are 10-0 at home to start the season for the first time since then. Talk about the confidence that you come into with each home game, and kind of going back to that motto, Peyton mentioned that only cats win.
Yeah. And the girls really credited the fact that we practice here all the time. We've got lots of equipment they use in here, to get shots up and all of that. Like, they feel very comfortable and moody. But let me tell y'all, our parents and close friends of our players have been phenomenal. I mean, they traveled to Florida with us. They were here for the Christmas tournament. I mean, they are coming out in big numbers. And we have one player from the big country. Everybody else, they're traveling 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours to come watch their daughters or their friends play. And so we have just this great group of fans that are here every day. And you can see most of them across the court. And then we got the whole clan right here behind us. So I would really credit the family and friends of our players, just the way they've been supporting us at home all year long.
You got Thursday off. You got a full week to
praise.
How big is that for the team right now?
Man, I'm worn out. I think that this week was just kind of different, the travel and all that. I think that our bye could not have fallen at a better spot for us, where we can just kind of purge all these scouting reports. They start kind of running together after a while. Tarleton's plenty good. They just, they won this week, went 2-0, and so I'm sure they're, going to be ready to attack us on Saturday. And this is one of the teams we get 2 times at home. We need to make the most of our home court advantage for sure when they come in. And so, I'm thankful that we do have a bye this week. We're going to take a couple of days off, and it also gives our coaching staff a chance to go out and recruit on Tuesday night. You're in the midst of your season, and you're trying to follow your priority recruits, and so we get a little time to do that as well. So this will be a really productive week for us as we, prepare to start the middle third of our conference.
Awesome.
Nobody asking me about the play of the game?
Oh, I want to, sure.
All right, so, and there are so many, but one of my favorites is we're trying to press, and they're throwing over the press, and I'm yelling at Emma Troxel, you got to get back. I mean, she's just waiting, the WAC logo, and the girl just runs over, big time charge. This is one-on-one right there. And I thought that was a huge momentum swing for us. Emma was exactly where she needed to be, so I really love that play.
Do you think you and the coaching staff have kind of coached Emma to be in that person that draws all those charges and whatnot? Did she come into the program with that kind of mentality?
Yeah, I mean, she came in with that mentality. That is part of our defense. I mean, that's what we want our help side to do. We do not block shots. Like, when our kids block a shot, they shouldn't have done that, because block shots most of the time go back to the offense. Like, we want to step out, and we want to get a trap. We want to force a charge. And so Emma was doing that before she got here, but she's really perfected it. If you look at our charge wall, I mean, now she's probably got, 18, 20 on there now. But just tough. I mean, just tough as nails. Probably the most physically tough kid that we have on our team.
With the week that y'all had, being able to do that, why are they able to do that?
I mean, they're high character players. We invest a lot in the under the surface things that nobody sees. Y'all get to see us passing the ball and forcing turnovers and knocking down layups, but it's that under the surface stuff that these players go through every single day. Just they're high character women showing control the controllables. They're gritty. They're women of integrities. They're selfless. Just that stuff under the surface is really upholding our skill set that everybody gets to see. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Coach.